like, oh my God, there's golden tickets. Please skip class. No, nobody gives a shit. You're not learning anything in here anyways.
Those fucking Clydesdales with the fire foot. Oh my God, that movie was
Kroll deserves
the
better.
Cyclops.
The Cyclops. I was so bummed when he fucking bit it, but he bit it like a G though.
Dude,
like,
we should do Kroll. We should totally do Kroll. It's scary enough.
I agree. Also, you know the costumes in Kroll, right? The guards, the Crimson Guards.
Yeah.
Yes. Pee-wee's Big Adventure. They fucking wear those same suits when they're on the lot of the Hollywood studio at the very end. And they run to those guys, like, they pop up his mask, and it's like, oh, no, I don't know where he went. Like, he's got the real high-pitched voice. Like, they got the fucking deep voices when the masker knows, like, what do you want? Do y'all remember this at all? Pee-wee's
yes,
Big
I know.
Adventure?
No, I remember that costume. I remember the costume, but as far as that in Pee-wee's, no.
Yes, they're wearing Kroll fucking guard uniforms.
Shit, I'm gonna have to watch Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
All right, you guys ready?
No, you need to watch Kroll.
Do it.
Because we are live right now, I think. I hope.
Don't watch Kroll.
Don't like it. Don't watch
I
Kroll.
fucking love Kroll.
I do love Kroll. Too.
I loved Kroll. I had the Kroll board game.
I dated Kroll, and
I was Kroll.
I once made out for 6 hours with Kroll. You guys weren't there, but it was great.
It was me and Bill Brasky, and we watched Kroll for 8 hours straight. To Bill Brasky.
Bill Brasky.
All right, guys. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Camp Slash Horrorcast, where we talk horror movies from the past every Monday at 9 p.m. Central Time. I'm your head camp counselor, Duck. I'm here with other head camp counselors. We have David. Just have an exit plan, dude. Jessup. David, how are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Thanks for asking.
Fuck yeah. And kudos to you for the show you did yesterday, Nightmare on Beltline. That was awesome. You did some Arthur Fleck. You came in strong. You did, 2.5 minutes of Arthur Fleck, actual stuff from the movie?
Yeah, I actually did. And I felt the audience really, like, half got it, and the other half was like, what the fuck is going on?
Right. And
what is happening?
It was the perfect reaction.
Half of you want to become a fucking murderer.
Yeah. Well, what's so fucked up is I was watching Joker all day Sunday and picking things out to say, and I really freaked myself out because the scene where he stabs Randall with the scissors, I found myself smiling.
Oh, well, of course. Right.
Did you feel the urge to murder Robert De Niro in front of Mark Maron?
Yes, I did.
That's what you fucking get. What you fucking deserve.
Next, we got Jacob. Madness is just overactive curiosity. Pinkston. Jacob, how are you, sir?
I'm doing great, man. I can't wait to continue talking about Kroll. It was
Fuck
such
yeah.
a movie.
We can do a dual cast, can't we?
We could. Oh yeah, we can totally.
I mean, y'all can talk about Session Yawn all y'all want. I'll keep talking about Kroll. God damn, dude.
We will get into it. Next, we have Jay. What's the stupidest thing you have ever done? McClintock. Jay, how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing fine. Doing just fine.
Fuck yeah. Finally, we got Hobby. Hey, fuck you. Virus.
Yeah.
Hobby, how are you, sir?
I'm fantastic. How are you? I don't care.
That's
I want to care. How are you, Doc?
Part. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Guys, we watched Session 9. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But first, I want to talk about our friend who passed away, Patrick Stevens. He was awesome. He was a fucking legend. I don't know what to say to him. He passed away on Saturday. And I just wanted to give a shout out to him on the cast and let everyone know that we're thinking about his family and that we loved him. We love y'all. And just Patrick was the coolest guy. He was a sweetheart. He always walked in the room with that mischievous grin on his face. Yeah, Jake, go ahead.
Austin is putting a show together at the Arlington Improv, I believe.
Fuck yeah.
For a fundraiser show. I believe Steve Hurst is going to be there.
Cool.
I talked to him the other night. We're trying to figure out comics that we should put on there.
Dude,
but
I'm not a comic, but I would love to do 5 minutes.
Yeah, of course.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, of course. But let's get in touch with Austin.
Yeah. Patrick was one of the first, if not the first comedian I ever saw on stage. So when I went to the Arlington Improv, I was super nervous, and I went to an open mic night, and I saw this guy on stage that just exuded pure confidence. And not every joke was landing, but he would just kind of zoom over it like it wasn't a big deal, you know what I mean? And he just had fun, and like he would curse and swear and pick on the people on the stage. And he wasn't big on swearing, I should say, but he would be picking on people is what he was doing. And then
He's a roaster.
He was a roaster, dude. He was a total roaster. And actually, he cheered me on the first time I ever got on stage. He was there. He introduced me. This is a long time ago, 7 years ago, and it was Patrick. I got to shake his hand when I went on stage for the 5 minutes I was up there.
He started the Arlington Improv open mic.
Yeah, dude, he was just a legend, and that's why I think I saw him there. And I
No,
know
I didn't mean to cut you off.
he
Is
was.
that where you were?
Yeah, that was where I was at the Arlington
Yeah.
open mic, and then Patrick was friends with everyone, of course. Like he was everyone's buddy. He had that personality, and like me and him didn't connect for a long time, but once we finally did, we started talking about his motocross stuff, his well, it's not motocross, but stunt bike stuff. And then I helped him out with quite a bit of stuff with that. And then we did a podcast, but he was always kind. He didn't matter who you were. He was always good to you. And it didn't matter whether he knew you well or whether he just met you. He'd greet you with that smile and say something that was just outrageous, and you just knew he was a wild man. And so I just appreciate him. Jake, you were closest with him out of all of us, I know that this hit you like it hit me too. It's just it's unbelievable that he's gone. You know what I mean? It's just unbelievable.
It's surreal, but I mean,
Yeah.
life. That's the way life goes.
Well, I think you said it best.
What can be said?
He went the way that he wanted to go. Going fast and just on his favorite holiday of the year. There's something to be said about that. And so,
Simulation.
Did you guys ever have any interactions with him that were?
I had Facebook interactions with him. Like he was always he was commented a lot on my Facebook, and he was super nice. But I never was like, I never met him. I never performed with him.
Yeah.
But he was a super cool guy.
Yeah.
One of my favorite Patrick Stevens isms is when he used to collect food.
He would eat off of everyone's tray that he brought back, and he never got sick.
And he was obsessed with chili cheese fries. And he would come up to me when I was expoing, and he'd go, "Jay, is it chili cheese time?"
He did that.
Chili cheese time.
Fucking.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And I mean, he grazed. He was legendary, and he had his section. Patrick's Corner, which was middle left.
Dude.
He always had that section.
Yeah.
That's what he wanted to do.
I think they should give him like a plaque or something and put it over there called
Totally.
Pat's
They
Corner.
should.
Totally. Dude,
Yeah.
that'd be awesome.
And it is Pat's Corner, but like tables 60 and 70 through fucking 63 and 74 or whatever.
I remember one time they tried to put him in a different section. He's like, but no,
This isn't gonna work out. Like, this is my thing. I don't know.
I know 7 tables, and these are my tables.
Yes.
Freaking awesome. And Javi, you said you interacted with him too, once or twice.
Yeah, a few times. Like he would just come into the box office, especially on Saturdays when he showed up early. And like I remember the first time I met him, he just like put down his motorcycle helmet. He's like, "Hey, you like videos?" And then he just like showed me his YouTube channel, and like of him just riding around like just riffing for the camera. And we just talked about his videos. And, yeah, it was kind of like that. And then he would just like show me his stunt bike. Oh, that's pretty fucking cool. And they were like, all right, I'm gonna go to work. And he would just like go serve.
He's even got a credit on Netflix, kinda.
He's got a credit on a lot of Vivid videos, I'll tell you that. Because when I interviewed him, he pulled out a stack this tall and said, "Look at him." And I said, "I'm talking to you right now. I don't want to look at the porn that you were in."
No, thank you, Mike Stryker.
Yeah, dude. He lived so much life in the 44 years that he was here, and like he had multiple jobs, multiple entrepreneurships. Like he did so much stuff. Such a cool guy, and we just wanted to give a shout out to him. And wherever you're at, Pat, just know that we're thinking about you and we love you. And we're gonna miss you. So if you have alcohol or a drink, let's cheer to Patrick Stevens.
I'm drinking it up tonight, folks.
So cheers. Javi, take a smoke if you got it.
Oh, I can do
Love
a
you,
smoke.
Pat. We're going to miss you, man.
Pat.
With that said, let's get on to the movie here. We watched Session 9, Session Yawn, as Jake said.
Before we get into this, which one of you rap bastards hated this movie?
Oh, I didn't hate it.
Oh,
I recommended it.
I fucking hate it. It's the worst goddamn thing I've fucking seen. I got shit for Monkey Shines, and this movie fucking sucks. Go for nuts, dude.
So let's get
I
into
have so many issues with this movie.
release date August 10th, 2001, with a running time of 100 minutes, box office 1.6 million. An asbestos abatement crew wins the bid for an abandoned insane asylum. What should be a straightforward, if rather rushed job, is complicated by the personal histories of the crew. In particular, Hank is dating Phil's old girlfriend, and Gordon's new baby seems to be unnerving him more than should be expected. Things get more complicated as would-be lawyer Mike plays the tapes from a former patient with multiple personalities, including the mysterious Simon, who did not appear until session 9, and as Hank disappears after finding some old coins. All right, yeah, that's
you just recited the whole movie. Why even talk about it? Like that's all it was.
You're right.
That's called reading the plot.
Yeah,
that's all.
No, that's all. That was the whole fucking.
What
movie.
happened was I was talking with Hobbs before, and I didn't really look at it, and so I just copied and pasted it. My bad. And let's watch the trailer real quick because I always forget to show the trailer. Let's see if this trailer shows it as a insightful movie or a piece of crap. Everyone can see that. Danvers Lunatic
we can see it.
Opened 1855.
Fuck, it takes place in Massachusetts, right outside of Lowell, and nobody has a Massachusetts accent in the whole fucking movie.
Guy has an Irish accent.
By Columbus Day, so
yeah, it's Scottish. He's the fucking cook from
really good guys. 1 week.
Train Spotting.
That's that's Falcone from Batman.
He was also in Braveheart.
The keys to the loony bin, boys.
Might actually want to
Ghost World, not Ghost World.
It was.
Westworld.
What's the catch? Patricia Willard scandal, 1984.
That was my favorite actor in the whole movie right there. That guy.
Yeah.
Mike.
Hey,
I love Mike.
fun fact: have you ever played the game Red Dead Redemption 2?
Yes.
He is Josiah Trelawney. Arthur, my dear boy.
Really?
That guy is
Yes.
Trelawney?
Yes, he is.
I fucking love Trelawney!
I know.
If they find out about Hank, they're gonna find out about the others. What are the others?
Murder.
Dude, even the trailer isn't selling me. Like, it's so bad.
He looks like George Bush.
So that kid right there, y'all seen Empire Records? That's
It's
Warren.
Warren.
The shoplifter.
Boys don't cry.
Brendan Sexton III.
He was also in this really good movie called Welcome to the Dollhouse.
I love Welcome to the
That
Dollhouse.
movie's so
Bro.
good.
Bro, I fucking love that movie.
Eric
Oh my
Babius.
God.
Eric
I'm
Babius.
I'm thinking about getting fingered.
Yep. And like he was the kid that was, hey, ugly. Today at 3
Yeah.
o'clock, I'm gonna rape you.
Yep. Oh my God, that movie is so good, man.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, Eric Babius was in that. With his long red hair. Oh my God, those scenes were just so uncomfortable.
All right,
So-
guys, let's get into the uncomfortableness of session 9.
the greatness.
We're going to be divided on this one. This is going to be great. So David suggested this one. 2001. It didn't feel that old to me, so I thought that
It
was kinda
felt
cool.
old.
David Caruso. This is before CSI Miami came in and became hot news. There's only that one scene where he overacts where he goes, "Hey, fuck you," which I absolutely love. But other than that, everyone's pretty on point in this movie. The problem is nothing really happens. So please disagree with me, someone. What happened?
How does nothing happen to you in this movie?
Nothing happened. He killed
How?
some people at the end. I guess.
Did you? And that's nothing happening to you?
It was boring. The third act made no sense.
The
Did you see this?
slowest
Did you see that
fucking
twist?
Burn.
Did I see the twist?
What
No,
twist?
it made no sense.
What twist?
How did that twist not make sense?
What
So,
twist?
okay, guys, everyone calm down.
Wow, that's coming from you.
Coming
You're
from
telling
David.
us to calm down.
So the very first one of the very first scenes of the movie when they're in the insane asylum and he sees the wheelchair in the hallway, and you hear this kind of ghostly spirit, "Hello, Gordon." At that moment, Gordy becomes possessed by that evil spirit. Yeah. He goes home that night and kills his wife and child. And so the twist is at the end, he's been killing all these people and he was possessed from that very moment. And that's one of the things I love about this movie is going back and rewatching it again. It's beautifully atmospheric. I love the location, the fact that the insane asylum itself is a character in the movie.
Absolutely.
And I love the slow burn of the story of you find out that the little girl actually killed her brother because he hurt her. And at the very end, you hear that great line from the disembodied spirit when he goes, "I hide in the weak and the wounded." And Gordo was weak and wounded. And that's how he was able to possess him. He was desperate for a job. He was stressed out about his family. And that's where that demon was able to possess him. And then you find out at the very end, and I love this scene too, where he's talking to the broken phone. He's like, "Please just let me come home. Please let me come home." Well, the dog, the wife, and the baby are murdered in that house. And you see him like when he's got his leg is burnt, it's because his wife spilled that boiling hot water on his leg, and that's where he snapped. That's when the demon was able to take him over. I think it's a great film. But you know what, guys? Film, like all art, is subjective.
House defended.
Hey,
that was pretty good defensive. That was
Good
pretty
job.
good.
Shut up! God damn it! Don't get your feelings hurt.
To clarify it in such a way to be like, here's when the demon got him, guys, and you missed it. I was like, all right, fair enough.
And
Feels
also,
like school's in session 9 now.
also it has for
Mr.
me
Jessup.
it has one of the greatest jump scares ever when what's his face is in the hallway and it's at night and that weird spirit comes out of the corner.
The shadow,
Yeah, the shadow.
slides in.
Yeah, that got me so good, man. I love that scene.
I think I screwed up because I watched it on a small telephone, so I don't think it's with the
I
lights
watched
on
it through a
in the day.
viewfinder.
Yeah.
I didn't even have sound. I was
You were just
looking
going
through
by each
pictures.
frame just like that. Jake has
I
been
could
watching this
see-
movie since 2:30 this morning.
Well, I think
Sorry,
Jake
Jessup. I didn't
Jake-
see the same movie. that you
Jake was
saw.
watching it on a flip picture. It was just flipping the pages. Like,
Yeah.
my thumb must have caught that page, and I missed that scene. And also another really great scene I think is fantastic is when you get set up that the kid is afraid of the dark, and he's running down
That
the
was
hall,
cool, with
and
the
the
lights.
darkness is chasing him.
Yes.
It's absolutely gorgeous.
Well-
And I'm also I work at a law firm which deals with asbestos, so I already had like an in. I was very interested in this movie because of the asbestos angle, and I know a lot about that. So anyway,
There's a lot of asbestos in lawyer buildings.
Well,
no, that's-
I
that's
too
our-
have.
that's our main moneymaker is asbestos lawsuits.
I was gonna say I have mesothelioma, so I mean, I don't know.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah.
How does it feel to have the show on the other
You
foot
could-
now, Pigston?
If you have
you
mesothelioma, we
got
can
it.
get you a lot of money.
No, man, I wish I did. Fuck,
No, you
guys,
don't, dude.
I
That's-
just gotta
that- you-
work
that's a-
like a
that's-
chump.
What happens is your lungs turn into glass, and every time you breathe, it feels like your lungs are being cut with little razor blades, and you end up
Dude.
suffocating on your own mucus.
Joke's
no, you
on
don't want
you. That's
mesothelioma.
my king.
So with this, I agree with you 100% that the insane asylum, which they are only allowed to film in a small portion of it, that's why you kind of see the same rooms over and over again, is such a character, and they use natural lighting. It feels like you're in there. And when I was younger, there was a haunted mansion near where I grew up, and we used to sneak in there at night. Yeah, we pulled some B&Es, I'll say it.
Ooh.
And
Ooh.
it was fun as shit. And that's what this asylum reminded me of, was going into there and being in just a haunted, creepy place where you're just like, oh shit, the devil itself is resting here. But I will also say, leaving the improv the other night with Jay, that was freaky because Jay turned off the lights and there was a presence there too, I felt. I was like, this is fucking creepy as hell. Jay shaking his head, no.
Well, it was that first comic that bombed so bad he committed suicide later on that night. That's who it was.
Is that true?
Probably.
Oh shit.
I mean, he should have.
I always say it's haunted by the spirit of so many comedians lost in time.
I can just imagine Jessup actually heckling an open mic like that. Kill yourself, no!
I'll tell you guys later, but I almost screamed at him in the parking lot, and I'll explain to you later. But that's for later. Whoever the kid was that was doing Adam Sandler.
Oh, okay. Well, all right.
Yeah, you should have done more than screamed at him then at that point.
Tell us later. Jay, how about
Was he
you?
doing Jill or Jack?
Oh, not come on, my babies. So Jay,
Was he doing Zohan?
Wait, hold
He
on,
was doing
Jay.
nothing.
Jay,
He was
you
doing
like the
nothing.
movie?
Yeah, David actually introduced it to me about 2 months ago or so.
I think so. Yeah.
In one of our Wednesday night choices. He introduced me to Session 9, and then the next week we turned around and watched Grave Encounters, which I do think is a better movie personally. However, I do think that Session 9, for its time, it's got a lot of. I think it does a lot of things. It's another one of those movies that does less, and sometimes I think when movies do less, they actually do more. And 20 years ago, I would have ripped this movie apart. I would have thought it was stupid. I'm just gonna tell you that right now.
He would have ripped it to shreds.
But now, but seeing it now, I like you can kind of. I'm the same age as a lot of the guys in the movie now, so. I find that when you age as a person, I find that characters that were kind of out of touch for you, I think that you can kind of relate to them a little bit more. Not so much the homicidal guy who killed his whole family, but like David Caruso trying to be on time. And then you got, Josh Lucas, who's just, trying to figure out what his next move was. I mean, Josh Lucas, man, this was
he was good.
I thought he shredded in this movie.
Yeah, he was very good in this.
He's good at playing those douches.
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling saw him in this and was like, that's what I'm going to use in The Nice Guys. I'm going to look just like that.
I forgot history with the movie. David, when did you first see this?
I saw this on HBO, and I was I'm a Brad Anderson fan, so I had seen The Machinist with
Christian
Batman.
Bale. Yeah.
Christian Bale.
And so when I saw this and saw that he had directed it, because originally I saw this and I was like, David Caruso, fuck that guy. But when I saw that Brad Anderson was in it, I was like, okay, I'll give this a shot. And right from the beginning, I fucking fell in love with it. Again, I love abandoned stuff and creepy. And I'm really bummed out. They destroyed the insane asylum like soon after this movie was made. Like there's nothing left of it anymore.
Would y'all agree as well that this is like one of the few like quote unquote haunted house movies that really isn't fun at all?
Yeah.
Like House on
wholeheartedly.
But like House on Hill, it lacks any camp.
Yeah, it's very serious.
And I like that. And that's another thing I find I like because when I think of like campy old haunted house, I always think of like comedies like Abbott and Costello and things like that, or Monster Squad for crying out loud. But this one, it really
Hillbillies in a haunted house.
This feels like like every time they're even thinking of like cracking a joke between themselves, like the director came in and like punched somebody in the stomach and was like,
the Boys Don't Cry guy is as close to comic relief as we get. There are some funny moments.
He gets checked all the
real
time.
quick. Like you could see him like he's almost about to get a laugh and they're like, just shut him down.
They're under pressure.
Mullet head,
yeah.
They're under pressure though, and like the one guy says, he goes, "This job used to be fun. We work all day and then go drink like when we were young men, but it's not fun anymore. Like all this pressure and like the character dynamics are interesting. The weird one is with the David Caruso and the guy who was in Hulk, the first one who was crippled.
Josh Lucas.
Thank you. I couldn't think of his name. He was also in Sweet Home Alabama. I think I had to see that in theaters. He's
like Dollar General Matthew McConaughey.
American Psycho.
Was he in American
That's
Psycho?
right. Yes, he was.
He's great in American Psycho. Came out a year before this.
He said at one point, like, I'm just fucking her to mess with him. And I was like, that's such a weird thing. Like, do you have a thing for him? Like, why are you doing like?
Because he's a little rascal. He likes to push the envelope.
Well,
I'm banging your girl.
Yeah, there's plenty of guys.
She told me to say hi.
Yeah, it was so fucked up.
Well, I mean, there's plenty of guys who get off and just banging their friend's girl just because they can say they did. I mean, there's a power dynamic there.
Also, I think there was a sense that these guys had worked together a lot, and Hank and David Caruso never got along. And so I got the sense that David Caruso is kind of like the assistant manager who would like boss people around. And so there's that dynamic to it where he's like, I'm going to just fuck him over.
Well, but I also like that he openly admitted that the worst mistake of his life was introducing
those two.
Introducing
Hank
both
and
of them.
That fucking whore Amy and that fucking poor Josh
Lucas.
Lucas.
And it was like, that scene actually touched. I will say that.
Yeah, absolutely. Where he's vulnerable.
And he's like, and then I was like, I hit the woman that I love.
Yeah.
It was an accident. That shit.
Yeah.
That resonated.
No,
I mean, it is very real, and it also, I mean,
Yeah.
like Jay said, it's not fun. It has almost a documentary feel to it. The way it's shot is very grainy, you know.
And it was
but-
shot on 24 frame per second digital cameras. It was one of the first films to be done on digital.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yep.
that's pretty cool. That
I remember I did have like a little bit of a laugh where they're there early and then he goes, "I want to go home," and Cruz is just like, "Okay, I want to go inside now." It was just like,
He just
I'm
put on his
uncomfortable
glasses.
here.
I'm good.
But also, I think another character in this movie is that soundtrack. The
Yeah.
musical score.
Absolutely.
Is
The
very,
score
very, yeah.
and the sound effects of this movie sell what horror it has in it. I think the
Right.
cinematography is good because I like the using the natural elements of the insane asylum. Like they didn't have to bring in a lot of props or anything like
No,
that. Like it
mm-mm.
is actually what it is. And that's what reminded me of the mansion, the hauntedness of it, because it was cluttered and full of like hoarding stuff and everything like that. And so
And also, I just before I forget, I'm sorry to cut you off, Ducky.
that's okay.
But do you remember the scene? And I pointed this out to Jay, and he saw it when Mike is going and finding the reels, the audio reels. A light flickers on, and it flickers over the reel for session 9.
Did you say I didn't catch that?
No, you did catch it. I
Okay,
pointed it
yeah,
out to you,
yeah.
and I said,
Yeah.
did you see that? And he said, yeah. So that was another really cool little subtle thing of like the demon, like kind of pushing him. Hey, listen to this.
And let's talk about Mike. I just said it. Like that, Mike is not only
He's underrated.
I find he was not only was he the most interesting character. I want to be Mike on any one of these crews. Yeah, I've been working for about 30 minutes. I think it's time for me to go
Listen to some
check out
audio tape.
movies. Check out
Yes. Yeah. That's what I
they
was
just-
like. Did
It's just cool. I don't know.
But Mike also has the best. Oh my goodness.
What's it
Mike
say?
also has the best monologue when he talks about the reason why these things got shut down. And
That
then
was a
there's
good
that,
one.
yeah, and then there's
Yeah.
that great scene where he explains how you do the
Lobotomy.
lobotomy.
and it
the
was
way-
like
yeah, the way the
mimicked
camera,
at the end.
at the end, and the way the camera spins around and it shows him doing it. You know, it was just I thought it was fantastic.
yeah, it was replicated at the end. He had the chopstick
Yep.
by his eye, and then it came back around to the same angle.
Oh, and you
Whatever
see when
from-
he pulls it up and Josh
Yeah.
Lucas's head comes up and then
Yes.
falls down.
Yes.
Oh, it's so good.
Don't worry, we'll
Very
be seeing it.
guttural.
We'll be seeing
Very
it.
guttural.
I like
Thank you,
the
Ducky.
satanic panic aspect of it, where he brings up the story about the satanic panic and the horribleness of it, because there was a book released. I can't remember what the name of the book was, but it came out. It was all lies, and so the whole time I was like, "That's not true, though." Like, satanic panic was a big old hoax that happened
Yep.
and was perpetrated just for whatever
Money.
reasons.
Paradise
The insurance.
Lost.
But in
Well,
all fairness, I'm not even blaming this on the 80s, but Satanic Panic, that's thousands and thousands and thousands. The Salem Witch Trials
Yeah,
was Satanic Panic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
It always comes back around.
The Spanish Inquisition, that was Satanic Panic. I mean, dude, that's a story as old as time. I think that the 80s made it the most metal, but I'll say this, yeah, I mean, but it's cyclical, and I think even now we're starting to kind of creep back into it a little bit here and there.
I would say QAnon's probably Satanic Panic with the,
Sure.
you know, yeah.
I'm not gonna argue.
But what's Ducky?
Oh.
What Ducky's talking about though, and it's a very good point, is that in the 80s, what happened was insurance companies, they found a loophole where you could take somebody and put them, hypnotize them, and give them false memories. And so these people were given false memories of like being impregnated by a satanic cult and then having a baby removed and sacrificed. There was a child care place in California that was one of the biggest scandals ever. And it was this huge satanic cult, but they found out it was actually fucking psychiatrists or therapists working with insurance companies to have these outrageous bills to implant these false memories. And it fucking destroyed this mom and pop operation that had like a fucking little, but of course, you know, shows like Geraldo and like stuff like that, daytime shows,
They loved
picked
it.
up on it.
Oh, yeah.
They ate that shit up.
Were they
Easy.
bad guys in Dragnet? Was that them?
Yes, that was them. Yep, good call. Oh, hey,
Is
I'll
that
go on a dragnet.
is that
The
the
ones
day-
with the sheep, the sheep leggings.
Yeah.
Look at Javi over there. He's totally either zonked out of his mind or freaked out. I can't tell.
It
No,
looks like
I'm
he's sitting in a
so
cloud
into
of
this
smoke.
right now.
Yeah.
I am
Well,
so
and-
high, but I'm enjoying this conversation right now.
Did you guys see that documentary I sent you about
No.
the insane asylum? And it was one of the
Yes.
it was one of the things that happened where it caused because insane asylums they serve a purpose, but the problem is they abused a lot of people too.
Yes.
And one of the problems is now they closed them all down. Now all those crazy people are just homeless. They're on the street. But what was happening was there was this one up in, I think it was upstate New York, where they would take the people and they would make them do talent shows. And like, it was just absolutely brutal how
Well,
they were being treated.
I used to take care of two guys who were one of the first people to come out of the Geraldo Rivera did like a special report on an insane asylum where like people were covering like crawling around in their own feces, like they
Yeah.
just weren't being taken care of. And he went in and they were bunched in, and the people who were in there were a lot of mentally handicapped people. There were some people who were mentally disturbed, but a lot were MRMH or ID
Yeah.
or whatever you call it now, intellectually disabled. And so I took care of two guys who came out of that, and they were one of the first two to go into a living home situation. And they were awesome dudes. They were really, really cool. But it was terrible because in their books it would describe, because they had books of history, like how they would just put them in a room and just hose them off, basically.
Yeah.
Like the way that they were taken care of was atrocious. So to put them in
Yep.
living homes, and he says that he goes, they go into assisted living facilities and stuff like that, and that is what ended up happening. These asylums have a history of torture and abuse and just horribleness, and I think things like that imprint. And I think you can even feel that throughout the movie because it's a real
Mhm.
location, and you can feel how creepy it is. Is the movie particularly scary to me? No, it wasn't. But the atmosphere is definitely creepy, and it holds up very well.
It's
And
a
I
good
would-
thriller.
And I would love to go ghost hunting there. I think that would be amazing if we can talk Javi into going on the Hobbit.
Why can't you guys ever just go ghost hunting without me?
Because we need you.
You don't need me. I will
We
be
need-
terrible. And
We need
and
bait.
any type of haunting. You see, that's exactly why you're gonna exactly over there for fucking bait. I know those words were not eligible. That I just fucking vetoed myself hardcore. I'll be terrible.
I had my Javi app out and it explained everything.
It's like you guys just want me to go in case there's like a carnivorous creature. It's, okay,
No
it's
thanks,
got
guys.
hobby. It's gonna be a while.
Yeah.
We could
You
get
just
out of
want to
here.
make fun of me, but I'm gonna meet some chick on Tinder and fuck her.
It's true.
What if the
But-
ghost had
Well.
like a really big ass though, Javi?
And I'll be like, you guys stay. I got this. I think I can exercise this demon. That spirit's gonna ask me to leave, and then it's gonna file charges against me. Like, yo, you won't believe what this freaky human just did to me.
So
Question-
Javi, did you like it? I'm sorry.
The movie?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he liked it.
Yeah, it slaps. I love this movie. I thought it was good. I don't think it's a horror movie. I think it's more of a thriller. I kind of got like very Identity vibes from it.
With
With John
ending,
Cusack, yeah.
the twist ending.
It was a good twist. M. Night Shyamalan learned a thing or two from that twist ending.
It was definitely going for the Shining feel, but it didn't hold up. I like that third act just falls apart. But the first two acts, I was definitely there for. I was just confused by the third act, and it's just one of those things where I was just like, It didn't really pay off that he was the killer. And then that kind of trying to show David Caruso as the killer, where he's got the little switchblade or knife or whatever it was. And like, I was just like, who's the killer and why? And he lost it over a fucking
was
toilet in
possessed.
water. Yeah, David pointed that out. I didn't know that when I was watching it. I'm videoing now.
Well, and that's, you know what, and Ducky, that again, that's one of the things I love about rewatching this movie is like knowing the ending and then you rewatch it again. I'm not telling you to rewatch it, but it's really interesting to see how they set everything up, and then you're like, oh shit, right from the get-go, he's already possessed.
Yeah.
Like he's already fucked.
We're on the
And he
roller
kills his
coaster.
wife and child and dog right from the
I
beginning.
mean, they pretty much give that away too in the sound editing because you hear the wife and then you hear everything.
And the dog barking.
But
yeah.
how awesome were those audio tapes, though? Those were so
Oh.
fucking.
I
I
so
got
good,
I got a
man.
little bit creeped out by, it,
So
especially
good.
when Simon was on the audio.
Yeah, man, it's so good.
I think Simon having the male voice too also kind of threw it off. I thought that was kind of cool.
First of all,
I
that makes it even creepy because that's coming out of the sound of a little girl,
Yeah.
and yeah, she's talking like a full-on adult man.
Yeah.
Well, and it's just, again that line at the end, I hide in the weak, and the wounded.
Oh,
So good.
and I love that fact that he sounded like an arrogant son of a bitch.
Oh, he's
Like,
an arrogant. He's an arrogant demon, man.
He was so fucking arrogant.
hello, Gordon. And he's like, yes, I get you. I'm going to kill your wife and your dog and your kid.
Yeah, the possession thing I didn't get when I watched it. And then there was a bunch of hidden scenes or cut scenes from it where there was a homeless girl running around the asylum and people thought it was the spirit of Mary Beth or whatever the girl's name was who was on the tapes. And I think they should have kept that in because I think that would have made it more interesting. But they cut it out.
I didn't know that. Really?
Yeah,
That's
they
cool.
cut it out because people thought that, and they were like, "No, we just want them to think it was a homeless girl." I was like, "No, that makes it more interesting." The idea of the ghost that's haunting the place and it ends up being a homeless girl. I think that's a better twist than Caruso isn't the killer, even though he keeps bringing up the ex-girlfriend over and over again. I don't know. A lot of the dialogue between the characters I thought was great. I thought the thriller aspect of it was great. I thought the fact that everything took place in the daylight was awesome. I thought that was very cool, especially because going into the haunted house, you got to go in at night. You got to go into the haunted mansion at night. So the fact that they didn't, I thought
You're so white. You are the whitest person.
Oh, come on, dude.
Right
Come
there.
on. You know you want to go. Let's go.
Well,
But that also annoyed me about Mike. And when he plugged back in the generator, a light comes on in the other room, and he goes, "Huh? What's this doing here?" He holds up a light. "Oh, employees only. Let me do the white thing and go further into the darkness."
Well, he is technically an employee.
I know, but still, like, why? Why would you do that? You just gotta get in, turn it on, get the fuck out of Dodge.
Jake, you're
There
chomping at the
might be
bit.
more.
What?
Huh?
What? No, I don't know. Look, I'm just saying. Like,
I can
Jake,
see you
read-
down there,
read
though.
your-
You're
read
ready.
your notes.
Read your notes.
Read your
I
notes.
took some notes.
Those
here,
were
okay.
amazing.
Come on, it's like they're about the length of an
let's
Adam
see.
Sandler VMA speech.
No, they
Okay.
remind me of I was stopping the frame watching the Joker and they look like Arthur Fleck's joke book.
I want my death to make
You'll
sense.
see what- look,
CENTS.
okay, so never turn down gum. Okay, that's one of the first things that Gordo got you to say. Is like, hey, do you want a piece of gum? And he's like, no. Well, if somebody offers you gum or a mint, fucking take it.
Right there,
Yeah.
Jake is like, I'm out.
Yeah.
Fuck
Red
this
flag.
guy.
Like, Josh Lucas is wearing all the protective gear in the world besides goggles. He gets something in his eyes. He's got a full fucking suit and a gas mask, but no goggles.
Point.
Coins. He found a bunch of coins. From where? Where are they going? You see them spewing out of the wall, but then whenever it goes to the other side of the wall, there's
It's
no
empty.
way that they could have.
That's actually a really good point. I thought that too when I saw that. I was like, wait a second, they were pouring out.
Like
how
the
And I
T-Rex
get it,
explosion in
they're-
Jurassic
they're-
Park.
Yeah,
They have 1 week to finish the job. Mike just decides to quit and go listen to tapes of.
That did stress me out.
homeless people.
The amount of time they had and the amount of time they were fucking off made me very anxious as they were.
Right. And also, this movie was filmed before dissociative identity disorder was cool. Now everybody on TikTok has this fucking shit.
Everyone
It's
got the
fucking
ID.
insane. Yeah, all the altars. Let's see here. Everybody from Massachusetts, ain't nobody got no accent. That was already done earlier. Scariest thing in this movie, honestly, was the hydrogen peroxide on his leg. But not because it was that was not hydrogen peroxide. That was fucking mercurochrome. I don't know if you know this. That's called monkey blood, and that shit burns like a motherfucker if you put it on there. It was red, and that looked fucking really painful. I don't understand why Gordo hated weed so much. Like he was like against David Caruso, CSI, smoking bud, even though he was lying about graffiti artists. And
that was
Josh
a
Lucas.
weird plot line too. I never.
Oh,
understood the
that's what he was
graffiti artist
buying
thing.
weed. Okay.
yes,
so
he was
lost.
buying weed, dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fucking
okay.
weed.
And why did they
And
have to
then-
be Mexican? That's racist.
Best weed out there.
In Massachusetts? Come on now. What are you
He bought it from
doing
Cheech and
here?
Chong.
What are you doing here?
Blood runs down the window. Ding. The carnival music. After that point, they added a lot of carnival music.
It was
I don't-
weird. I clipped that. I was freaked out. by
And
That was weird. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
And then I'm pretty much done. But I mean, it's a movie.
It's a movie. That's what I was going to say. That's exactly what I thought after it was over. And sometimes you watch a movie and it's just a movie. It is what it is. It doesn't stay with you. It's not particularly great, but like you said, art is subversive. So some people are going to enjoy it more than others. So go ahead, Hobbs.
The guy from the beginning, the guy that offered Gordo the job, he was also on CSI Miami. He was Frank. He's the one that David Caruso is always talking to in the intro. He goes, "Oh no, Frank, we killed him," or something like that. He's like his partner in that show, so it's like a nice little reunion.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, guys, anything else about the movie?
This is before the movie, though. I mean, before the show.
Yeah.
I know, but it was like a nice little like. I didn't realize that until just like, holy shit, that's Frank from CSI Miami. A pre-union.
Well, was there anything else you guys liked about the movie, or anything else that really stuck out to you?
I love it. It's one of my
what
I wouldn't
is
say
it?
all-time favorite movies, but I really enjoy this movie a lot.
What is the biggest takeaway for making you love it so much? I do want to know that.
I think it's the insane asylum, man.
Yeah.
It's so real because it's not made up. It's not a studio. You're not on a lot in LA. You are in the actual insane asylum, and you can feel it. Like you said, you can feel it. You can feel what has happened there. And I love the last shot is an aerial shot, and it shows you above the insane asylum, and you see just how massive it is. The Batwing.
I love big areas like that. So watching this, that's the one thing I did enjoy, because I have nightmares about mansions and insane asylums and large areas where, like, I'm living in one area, but the others are haunted and I don't want to go there, or I talk to the ghost or stuff like that. Or like I have like a Shining type hotel where these rooms will be haunted and I'm always trying to clean it up. And like I have these nightmares all the time, but I kind of enjoy them at the end of the night because they go away. But
Yeah.
it's also kind of inviting, the idea of the Shining idea that he gets to be part of it, you know. And it's same thing with this. Like, I just love haunted areas, and I love haunted.
You
I mean,
like that?
Yeah, I love haunted.
You want to see some old naked crone in your bathtub when you're going to go take a shower? Like, what are you
First
doing here? You
first
crazy
of
old lady.
all-
Put some clothes on. I just want to wash my ass.
Duck might be
No, don't
into
put
old
clothes
Game of
on.
Thrones.
Let her watch you wash your
Yeah.
ass.
I feel the same way, Duck. Like I feel that thing of like being afraid, but also being into it. Like when my wife straps on a dildo and butt fucks me, like, I'm afraid of it. But when she goes in, it's like, this feels good.
Yeah.
You know, you get up really close and it hits that sweet spot. You know, but again, I don't know if I'm afraid of it, the pain, or I'm afraid because I like it. You know, it's very,
Wait, was that what I was talking
same thing.
about?
It's almost. I guess it's the same thing, Duck. I
Oh.
guess.
I see
Yeah.
the correlation.
Yeah.
Javi, why? All right. I thought I was going down the line. I got lost. So, what else for you guys? Enjoy this.
Actually, more of this butt fucking thing. That sounds
No.
go
We're on
on.
to the next thing. We're on to the next thing. I want to know final thoughts on the movie. Does anyone else have final thoughts?
Final thoughts. Okay. I liked it. Boom.
Done.
Roll clips.
Okay, let's go to recommend then.
What a kid, though.
Let's go down the line. Javi, do you recommend it?
Fuck yeah, I recommend this movie.
Right on. David, do you recommend it?
If you like indie horror films, yes, recommend it. But if you don't like slow burns and you want like paranormal activity and stuff like that, don't watch it. This is an art house indie type of film. You like The Witch, you like Hereditary, you'll probably like this.
Jay,
I
recommend
love both of those movies.
Absolutely.
it? So, Jay, you said absolutely?
Yep.
All right. Jake, you love both those movies and you hated this. Do you recommend it?
I didn't say I hated it, Jessica. I'm totally sorry that, like, we
No,
get
don't-
along.
dude,
We
don't be
agree
sorry.
on most things,
Yeah.
I think. But I gotta say,
Boring.
I didn't know.
Listen,
I
totally get it, man. Yeah. I totally get it. And like I said, man, it's like that. That's what I mean. It's like it's not for everybody, for sure.
Upon a second
yeah.
viewing, I do like movies like that I don't get at first, that I can watch on a second viewing and go, okay, this makes sense now that I've seen the ending. Like, you can put
Yeah.
little pieces together.
Yeah.
I respect that, and I get that. And, you know, I might give it a second viewing and I might come around on it, but for now, it's a hard pass for me.
Boring. I'm going to go with Jake on this one. This one, the first two acts had me going, and then the third just fell apart for me. And I think David kind of explaining the demon possession makes it better now in retrospect.
It makes much more sense.
Makes more sense.
Yeah.
And so now
Yeah,
I'm like,
much
oh,
more.
okay, that's good. And so I'm happy that you explained that. But at the same time,
Yeah.
just that third act was
But-
my initial feeling. I couldn't.
And I understand that because at the same time, you shouldn't have somebody explain a movie to you. You know, so I get it. I totally get it. You shouldn't have someone shouldn't have to come in with a fucking chart and
Yeah,
you should
no,
be able to
yeah, I
enjoy
get
it,
what
you
you're
know?
saying.
Guys, if we
And
didn't
then, like,
explain
this
movies,
is why you didn't like this movie. This is why.
if we didn't explain movies, we wouldn't have a podcast. So it's totally fine to explain
Yeah.
movies. It's totally cool.
No,
No, I like
you
it.
have to agree.
All right, guys, let's get to some clips. And once again, on clip viewing, I always enjoy movies more. So, Gordon ain't fine. Let's rewind this a little bit. Gordon ain't fine.
How's Wendy holding up?
Beat the shit out of her.
Tired.
Jesus.
Tired of me hitting her.
If you need anything, Gordon, you let me know, okay? I'm here.
I need 3
Hang
caskets.
in there, man.
One
You're
for
gonna
my
be
wife,
fine.
one for my baby, and one for the dog.
I think Gordon looks a lot like That's My Bush. Kind of like
Oh, he
George W.
does.
Bush.
Yeah.
Like, it just
Mhm.
blows me away. Falcone talks the bat.
And slanting off to each side of these like giant crooked bat wings. You know, one
All
for female
foil.
patients, the other for male, you know?
He was great in Air Force One.
He's great in everything, dude. That guy is just a
character
character
Yeah,
actor.
it's
that
a
just
Yeah.
great character actor. Yeah.
Loosing it, evidently.
Hello, Gordon.
Oh,
Boom,
hi.
that's it. Yeah, you're done.
It's me, man. Come on.
Oh, I was being possessed. I'm sorry.
So that, yeah, I like how they highlighted the thing in the background, which is just a piece of the scenery, but it almost looked like a demon or something
yeah,
coming up
totally.
behind them. Yeah.
Yep.
Very bad things.
That's a good movie with John Favreau.
Roses? They're
Yes, it is.
lovely. What's the occasion, Gordon?
I'm gonna murder you.
What
I
a,
got these flowers to put over your grave, sweetie.
oh my god. What a dick.
She says to me this morning while we're laying in bed to say hi to you.
Oh, such an asshole.
Keep it up.
Yeah, I got it up. That's the problem, right?
Ah, God damn it. Such a dick.
Yeah, keep rubbing it in. Or rubbing it out. You know?
Some extra dialogue that was cut from the film.
Right.
Fake story.
New kind of therapy took off.
Is it a fake
memory
story?
Therapy.
Yeah, he said it never
These shrinks
happened.
figured that with these
Aw,
new
fuck
techniques
her.
they designed, they could
Thanks for
release.
ruining it for me.
He said it in the movie. Mike
Did
ruined it
you
for you.
even
Don't
watch
blame
it?
me.
Life rate process.
You even movie, bro?
So Patricia, with the help of her doctors,
I wish
recalled
I
that
could have
when looked
looked
she
it
was
up
10,
somehow.
Her father raped
So this guy, Jake, that's Josiah Trelawney.
Yes.
God
All of
damn.
them I do, boy.
Are you afraid
They
of the
even
dark?
use his face.
Dictophania. What the fuck is it called?
Nyctophobia.
Yeah.
Go down and check the breaker box. No, I can't do that.
So
Why? I got nyctophobia.
Yeah, bro.
I honestly thought he was just making that up.
yeah, so did I. I was like, this mush brain, how does he even know what that is? And I had to look it up.
I love
He's
Mike.
like,
I love Mike's reaction.
He couldn't even say just I'm scared of the dark.
I thought he was.
Like,
I thought he was Theo Vaughn. I didn't know what was going on. Sessions.
Ike Barinholtz.
Mary.
Have you seen our doll, Mr. Doctor?
What the
Who am I
fuck?
speaking with?
Mary got a China doll from her mom.
Who did the voice of
Holy
the
fuck, it's Rob Zombie's wife.
Sherry Moon Zombie? She's in everything.
Sounds like her.
Money, money.
Money, 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 money.
Thank you.
Money.
Money.
There's gold in them walls.
Yeah.
I got
This
all
is
the
it.
gold in the world.
Old man.
This is One-Eyed
Tiny.
Willie's treasure.
I'm going to casino school, boys.
I just love the idea that there's a ghost on the other side just shoveling it out as quick as possible.
And other ghosts are joining in. Come on, Carol, get in there.
I spelled weird wrong.
Hank, you and Amy have a kid. We'll see how hard it is.
Also,
Amy
he
give us
describes riding this fucking tile scraper like riding a lawnmower. It's like, yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. Not at all. Like,
real quick,
anyways, go
this
on,
is
carry on.
it's the weirdest line of the movie.
I just fuck her to beat on Phil.
What the fuck does that mean?
He fucks her to, take it to Phil.
I think Jay said it best earlier. Sliding scary. Here it is. Here's your scene.
Oh, I love this scene.
And it does come out all creepy, like a puppet.
It's like a Blue Man Group. Oh yeah, it's so good.
Looks like Crazy Frog.
It's a Crazy Frog. Casino school.
No. You hang in there.
The worst lie ever.
Okay, how fucking excited is he?
Oh
that,
yes.
Yeah.
That
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, well, fuck yeah, he's a piece of shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
he's
it's not
back
gonna
in.
help him. But he's like he's positively giddy.
Yeah, he's back in the game, dude.
He's just happy that she got hurt.
No, he's gonna get that puss again.
Our favorite piece of shit, Hank, went to Amy's last night, packed his car, told her that he found his meal ticket, and then bolted to Miami to casino school.
So me and Amy have a chance.
I'm getting her back.
The game for the happily ever after.
You know where he's going right after this.
It was meant to be.
Graveyard. It's a cool
meant
shot.
to be.
It's a cool shot.
Beautiful shot. Now there's that music.
It's
again,
an
the sound
exquisite
design.
shot.
Yeah, the score saves it a lot.
He ate some of those mushrooms right there.
Simon ate some of those mushrooms. You
You
gotta pick up some of that
played a score
portobellos.
and then they played it in reverse.
Yeah, I kind of like that too because it kind of goes along with the tape thing where he's rewinding the tape and the sound of the backwards stuff. That's kind of cool. Nightmare.
Not here, Gordon. Later.
Gordon! Gordon!
That's the best scene in the whole movie.
Gonna get Gordon.
Gonna get ugly. This is a weird little scene.
You know
he
what?
Smokes so weird.
He
Who
cannot
taught this
roll
guy
a joint
how to
either.
fucking
If
smoke
you saw the
a
joint
joint?
that he rolled, he fucking rolled a shitty joint and then
It was
he had
pregnant.
he had a perfect one in his mouth after the fucking scene was over. But that's one of the main things I've noticed is he cannot roll a fucking joint, dude. Sorry.
Just like Duck.
It's gonna get ugly.
Like your joints?
Lobotomy, and yes, I had to look up how to spell it.
So, dude, did you score in a scratch or what?
Yeah, dude.
Why are you here?
What are you doing here?
Hank.
I feel bad for
The
Hank right
piano
there.
music kept reminding me of the opening of the Ghostbusters trailer with the da-da-da-na-na-na on piano. I don't know.
That's right, boys. It's Dr. Venkman. They hate this. Oh, not that piano.
Exactly. Yes.
This is my favorite.
The only
scene in the movie.
piano scene that matters.
100% the best part. It goes 3 times because I love it.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Hey.
Fuck you.
Love it. Love it. Evidently, this was scary. Not sure why. Oh, yeah, this is great. Like you said, the darkness is chasing him. It's so good.
Yeah.
I would be losing my
He
shit.
really seems like he is losing his fucking mind.
Yeah.
I thought this was a nod to Jack Nicholson, not from The Shining so much, but a nod to One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest with the way this guy looks.
Oh yeah,
He looks
totally,
like Jack
man.
Nicholson, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's Jack
Totally.
Nicholson from The Shining. Same forehead and everything.
Yeah, that is awesome. I never thought about that.
Hank,
It's a massive
we
forehead.
just watched a
I
movie
know.
with him in it.
I mean, he brought it on himself, didn't he?
Da-da-da-na-na-na.
Typical Henry.
Yeah.
Wrong place at the wrong time.
Ah, so good.
So that's the he
Oh.
pulled that tool out of his coin wall at the very end. He's like, "What is this?"
Right.
And they just got done telling the lobotomy story before that, and that is an actual lobotomy tool that they would use.
Yeah, it's fucking, and we're about to see it pulled out of his face. The new guy. Slam.
That's such a cool shot. The way it goes around.
This is brutal.
Do it, Do it, Gordon.
Oh, God.
Gordon didn't even do the lobotomy right, though. He just shoved it on the right side of his arm, the left side.
What's the carnival music all about?
Carnival music.
It doesn't fit. You're right.
Yeah, it's like Goosebumps music.
Ting, 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 ting.
Yeah, it's like that was from the Crypt episode.
I could have done without that.
And where do you live, Simon?
In X Mansion in Westchester, New York.
And the wounded.
And that's all she wrote.
So good.
There's another baby. Yeah. Oh, I thought you were singing Ace of Base just now.
All right, guys. So that's that movie. Some movie recommendations, movies similar, I guess, in the idea. So we kind of went with DID. Me and Javi talked this one out. The first recommendation is going to be the movie Identity, which is awesome. It takes place in a motel, and it's kind of like a murder mystery kind of thing going on, and it is just got the coolest twist ending if you've never seen it. Everyone's seen this movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's
Yeah,
seen it?
really good.
Yeah, just worth your time. Hopefully we get around to this one on the cast at some point. A lot of fun. But
Amanda
definitely,
Peet.
if you're listening to this, go watch Identity. It is worth your hour and a half. It is a fun fucking movie. The second one will be Split by M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong. He got one in here. So going with the DID thing, the dissociative identity disorder, this movie is probably what caused all the TikTokers to believe that they are multiple personality motherfuckers. But what a great movie. I think this one being the middle of the
follow-up was
trilogy.
pure shit, though. This is
Oh,
really
yeah.
good, though.
Unbreakable's good. Split's
Split was
awesome.
great.
And
Glasses,
I
shit.
speaking of
Glasses ass, splits the shit.
I watched this after a night of a cocaine binge. And the next day I had the worst migraine. And I was like, let's watch a shitty cam copy of Split. And then we did. And I was just like, yeah, it's a pretty good movie, but I need more cocaine.
I didn't watch the real version.
Yeah, I think I'm splitting now. But what a great movie. I really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, go watch that. Do you guys have any recommendations for any movies that are
Jay, what did we watch after this that I really liked?
We watched Grave Encounters, which is a found footage movie that also takes place in a real deal asylum, and it's kind of like a knock on Ghost Adventures, but it's also it's really well done. It even got a sequel. David can attest, and it's not boring at all. That movie goes 0 to 60 pretty quick, and if y'all haven't seen it.
Yeah, I would recommend it. I'm not a fan of I was talking to Jay about this. Like, the thing I hate about found footage movies is the guy holding the camera has to be doing this the entire time.
And he really didn't.
And you don't have to. Just hold your camera like this. You don't have to be having a fucking stroke as you're filming every scene.
Right.
But one of the things I love about it, and I don't want to spoil it, but there's a technique they use in this which really amps up the tension to it's very Blair Witch. It's like Blair Witch in an insane asylum. But
and it's Canadian.
But they do so, and this is the thing. I was hating it, but I wasn't hating it because of a bad movie. I was hating it because of the bro Ghostbusters or the Ghost Hunters. They were so douchey, and they do such a good job of being douchey. You know, like, hey bro, we're coming at me, Ghost. Come at me, bro. You know, shit like that. But they do such a good job.
Have you ever watched Ghost Adventures? That's all that shit is.
Oh yeah, that's all that is. Yeah.
I can't stand
Come at me, bro.
See, here's the difference. Like,
Oh,
in
demons,
Ghost
it's me,
Adventures,
your boy.
in Ghost Adventures, I don't think they always knew that they were being douchey bros. In this movie, they really lean into it, but then they have to kind of lean out of it. I mean, it's a lot of fun.
It's done really well. I highly recommend that, especially the whole, it's a real insane asylum, so it has that really cool vibe to it.
Anyone else got any recommendations?
We doing comedy horrors?
Sure.
Watch The Burbs again. So good.
Burbs is so good.
I just watched it again the other night. It's really good.
Oh my God!
Tom Hanks.
I think and Jamie Lee Curtis. No. Princess Leia's in it, right?
Yeah, Carrie Fisher.
Yeah. I'm down. All right, guys.
Also the Menipit.
let's say Ego Phoenix. Yes, you finished. Where did you end up finishing on, Jay?
No, I didn't actually finish up because we were so busy at work. So this is a month left undone, but it's all good.
Right on. Where can everyone find it still?
It's on Ego. It's facebook.com/EgoPhoenix. Kind of tailed off towards the end, but dude, it's just true that when I started the whole thing, I just had a lot more free time.
Yeah.
That's a lot of effort doing shit like that, man. That's a lot.
Now
of
it's like, and then it's nowadays. It's like I think for anything next year, I'm gonna definitely go. I'm not gonna do every day, but I'm gonna do like maybe 3 or 4 and really put some production value behind it and have some fun.
Once a week.
Yeah, once a week, man.
That's exactly
really
right.
fucking crush it. Once a week, crush it.
Yeah.
Because Halloween's 5 weeks. You can do 5 really good movies, and there you go.
Or something, and you know what? But I will tell you this: the one I really loved about doing this one around the world is you realize how small we are as people. Like we joke, I think we joke with ourselves, and I think a lot of us think we're pretty worldly. We're not.
Yeah.
Like there is so much mystery out there if you really go looking for it. And I said that today in this day and age, especially because we are so obsessed with both. We have our phones, but we also have the attention span of absolute gnats. So I think when you remove yourself from that, and it was a struggle for me, so I'm not judging. I am not casting stones. But like when I really kind of I felt like I had a few breakthroughs where I was actually able to kind of, delve into things, and it actually got me really, really excited about the world around us. So
nice.
That's all.
Nice. David, where can they find you on the internet?
Facebook, Stop Motion Nightmares, Instagram at the Children of Dave, and I don't know if I have any shows coming up. I'm doing a shit ton of murder mystery shows, but yeah. So that's it.
Right on.
Yeah, I agree. Those are very boring.
I love you, dude. I love you. I'm just playing.
And you can find us all on wearepodcast.podbean.com, or we have We Are Air, We Are Bagu, Camp/Horrorcast. You can check out our social media /Facebook, or Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, / We Are Podcast. Put up WAP reviews on that. But come back next Monday for Camp/Horrorcast.
Camp Slash.
Horrorcast.
What do we got?
Poltergeist. We're going to start our Poltergeist trilogy. We will decide if we're doing the remake or not. But we're at least going to do the original.
We
trilogy.
decided on Poltergeist?
Poltergeist
Okay, cool.
to begin with, and then we're going to do Final Destination after we finish up Poltergeist. So we're going to do
which version of Poltergeist are we doing?
We're going to do Poltergeist 1, 2, and 3 over the next couple months.
The original run?
Yes, the original. And
Yeah,
then
the Toby Hooper version.
yeah, we're going to... Which
You mean
might
the Steven
have-
Spielberg
Yeah, I was
version?
going to say the Steven Spielberg.
I made you do it.
So we're going to start our trilogy of that, and we're going to watch one a month, and then we're going to go Final Destination one a month, and then we'll decide what we're doing after that as our everything. So it'll be a blast. So definitely come enjoy those movies with us. Other than that, keep horror in your heart. Guys, thank you so much for being here. This was an awesome cast. I had a blast. I can't wait to talk some Poltergeist with you. Everyone listening, keep horror in your heart. With that said, let's shut this bad boy down. Once again, Patrick, we love you, brother. We miss you wherever you're at. Thank you so much for your time here on Earth with us. We love you, and we will see you on the other side, bro.